Hello and welcome to ThePrint State Draft. I'm Shikha Salaria, special correspondent with ThePrint. And today, I bring to you an explainer of my story on what's happening to the legacy and the family members of two of the most dreaded gangsters of Uttar Pradesh. I'm talking about slain gangster-turned-politician Atiq Ahmed and Mukhtar Ansari, who has recently been convicted in connection with a Gangster Act case and has been sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment. Atiq Ahmed, as many of you are already aware, was killed along with his brother Ashraf when both of them were being taken for a medical examination to a government hospital in Prayagraj on the night of April 15. Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf were lodged in different jails of two different states. Atiq was lodged in Sabarmati jail of Gujarat, while his brother Ashraf was lodged in the Bareilly jail of Uttar Pradesh. Both of them were, however, brought to UP ahead of the verdict in one of the most well-known cases in Prayagraj, called the Umesh Pal abduction case. Both of them were brought to Prayagraj by police. Atiq Ahmed was subsequently lodged in the Naini jail, the Naini Central Jail of Prayagraj. However, the police later took Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf on police custody remand after permission from the court in connection with the Umesh Pal murder case. Umesh Pal, as many of you would already be aware, was a BJP leader and also professed as a lawyer. Umesh Pal was killed in a brazen daylight shooting on February 24th this year, which shook not only Prayagraj but the entire country. Videos of the incident had gone viral, in which at least 5 shooters could be seen opening indiscriminate fire on Umesh Pal. Umesh Pal died on the spot, and along with him also died 2 of his gunners. Now, in the aftermath of the case, the police wanted to take both of the gangsters, Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf, on police custody remand, suspecting that it was a handwork of both these gangsters, as in they were the conspirators behind the case, while it was executed by Atiq's men. Atiq Ahmed and Ashraf, when they were being taken to a hospital in Prayagraj for medical examination while on police custody remand, were killed by 3 men who came from 3 different areas of UP. But what happens to the family members and the kin of Atiq Ahmed? To give you some background, Atiq Ahmed was married to Shaista Parveen, the daughter of a policeman, about 3 decades ago. Shaista Parveen happens to have 3 cases lodged against herself and has very recently been denoted as a mafia criminal herself. While initially people would not really know Shaista Parveen as a criminal, the police has very recently acknowledged her as a mafia herself in an FIR lodged by the Dhumanganj police station on May 2. The FIR has been lodged against a man called Ateen Jafar. Ateen Jafar happens to be the son of Zafarullah. Who is Zafarullah? Zafarullah happens to be an aide of Atiq Ahmed, and he was accused in an assault case along with Atiq Ahmed. Ateen Jafar has been accused of sheltering Shaista Parveen and the shooters who are absconding, the shooters in the Umesh Pal murder case, Arman Bihari, Sabir, and Guddu Muslim, who was very famously involved in the bombing on the spot. Now, what really happens to Shaista Parveen now? Shaista Parveen continues to be absconding. There is a manhunt launched against her. The police has searched for Shaista Parveen across Prayagraj for days in the aftermath of Atiq and Ashraf's killing. But Shaista has continued to be in abscondence. Talking about the sons of Shaista Parveen and Atiq Ahmed, where are they and what is happening to them now? To start with, Atiq and Shaista's eldest son, Umar Ahmed, happens to be lodged in a jail in Lucknow. Umar Ahmed was accused, along with his father, of assaulting a businessman called Mohit Jaiswal, even as the duo were inside the Deoria jail. Subsequently, Umar was shifted to Lucknow jail, and Atiq, of course, was shifted to the Sabarmati jail. Now, Umar continues to be lodged inside the Lucknow jail, and And the second son of Atiq and Shaista, Ali Ahmed, is lodged in the Naini Central Jail of Prayagraj itself. It is Ali Ahmed which is being subjected to the most high level of scrutiny in the Prayagraj jail. Ali Ahmed is also under a very tight scrutiny because it was him who was known to be making very, very strong worded statements during the polling campaigns of Atiq Ahmed and his wife Shaista Parveen. Shaista Parveen had joined the Bahujan Samaj Party in January this year. And although she was not given a mere ticket by the party, she was portraying herself and projecting herself as a mayoral aspirant and had already started canvassing votes in her name. Coming back to Ali Ahmed and the visitors who are arriving to meet him in jail are being subjected to a higher level of scrutiny now in the Naini Central Jail. Naini Central Jail officials who spoke to ThePrint told me that they are ensuring that all the visitors who come to meet Ali Ahmed inside the Naini jail first undergo a verification by the local intelligence unit of the Prayagraj Police. Just to give you a background, while most of the visitors who arrive to meet a criminal inside jail are subjected to scrutiny and checking, they are not subjected to a verification by the local intelligence unit of the local police first. However, in Ali's case, things are different, and all the visitors who want to meet Ali would first undergo a necessary verification by the LIU, the local intelligence unit, and only then they will be allowed to meet Ali in jail. Where is the third one? Asad Ahmed. Asad Ahmed was killed in an encounter with the UPSTF on April 13, just 2 days before his father Atiq Ahmed and uncle Ashraf were shot dead by 3 men. Asad Ahmed happened to be one of the shooters of the Umesh Pal murder case. Police had officially identified Asad as one of the shooters, and he was the one seen opening indiscriminate fire on Umesh Pal and the gunners without even wearing a mask. Now, Asad Ahmed and the other shooters remained absconding for a very long time, less than a month almost. However, police finally got hold of them and said that while they patrolled in Jhansi, they spotted the duo traveling on a bike. So there was Asad Ahmed and there was another shooter called Muhammad Ghulam who was spotted by police traveling on a bike in Jhansi, according to what police has to say about the encounter. They came face to face with the accused and tried to stop them, but they did not stop and opened fire on the police. That's what the police had to say. The police says that they tried to subdue the 2 shooters, but they did not relent, and the police fired in their defense, killing Asad Ahmed and Muhammad Ghulam on the spot. What happens to the juveniles? The 2 of the youngest sons of Atiq Ahmed and Shaista. I'm not naming the youngest sons of Atiq and Shaista because they happen to be juveniles. But I'll tell you what's happening to them. They're lodged in a juvenile observation home in Rajroop Nagar area of Prayagraj. They were picked up on the night of February 24th, according to police. Now, February 24th was the day when Umesh Pal was killed, and hours after, both the sons were picked up by the police. The police claims that the juveniles were found walking astray and they were sent to the Rajroop Nagar juvenile observation home. Since then, they continue to be lodged there. Police has launched a manhunt for Shaista and has claimed to have formed several teams to locate Shaista, who is still in abscondence. Let's talk about Mukhtar Ansari now. Where is Mukhtar Ansari? Mukhtar Ansari, who happens to be a history sheeter of the Mohammadabad police station of Ghazipur, is the leader of gang number 191 in UP police records. Mukhtar Ansari has been convicted in a couple of cases, and very recently, he, along with his politician brother, Afzal Ansari, were convicted in a Gangsters Act case. This case was lodged in 2007, 2 years after the sensational Krishnanand Rai murder case. Krishnanand Rai, who was a sitting MLA from the Mohammadabad constituency and a political rival of Mukhtar, was brutally shot dead after a group of assailants opened indiscriminate fire on the leader while he was returning after inaugurating a cricket match in a village called Siari. Krishnanand Rai died on spot, and that murder is remembered as one of the most brutal attacks on a politician in the history of crime and politics in Uttar Pradesh. Now, a Gangsters Act case was lodged on the basis of this particular case and a couple of other cases against Mukhtar Ansari and his brother Afzal Ansari, who was a sitting member of parliament from the Bahujan Samaj Party, was also an accused in that case. Mukhtar was recently sentenced to 10 years of imprisonment, and a fine of rupees 5 lakhs was slapped on him in connection with that case. Afzal too was sentenced to 4 years imprisonment in connection with that case, and a fine of rupees 1 lakh was slapped on him as well. Mukhtar Ansari is married to Afshan Ansari. Afshan Ansari also happens to be a criminal as per UP police records, and she has 11 cases lodged against her, ranging from theft to criminal intimidation to damage to public property, and also the very stringent Gangsters Act. Afshan Ansari has been declared as an absconder by the UP police last month, and very recently, the Uttar Pradesh Police has also written to the Central Bureau of Investigation and the Immigration Department seeking that a lookout notice be issued against Afshan Ansari, as they fear that she might fly abroad as well. Now, Afshan Ansari, however, continues to be active, sort of behind the doors. Very recently, through her lawyer, Afshan Ansari approached the Allahabad High Court and demanded security for her husband, who is lodged in the Banda jail. The Allahabad High Court was requested to ensure that the government provides security to the jail gangster in the aftermath of the killing of Atiq Ahmed and his brother Ashraf in police custody. Afshan Ansari continues to be absconding. But what are her sons doing? Afshan Mukhtar's eldest son, Abbas Ansari, happens to be the sitting MLA from the Mausada constituency of Eastern UP. Abbas Ansari happens to be a politician from the Suhail Dev Bharatiya Samaj Party, which was an ally of the Samajwadi Party till a few months back. But both the parties have now parted ways. There are 8 cases lodged against Abbas Ansari for different kind of criminal incidents, ranging from forgery to attempt to threaten police officers, disrupt activity of the public servant, etc. Very recently, Abbas Ansari landed in another controversy while being lodged inside the Chitrakoot jail. This controversy also dragged his wife, Nikhat Bano, into it, and she was also booked by the UP police in connection with an illegal meeting being held between the couple, and which was being omitted by the police. The controversy started when it was found that Nikhat Bano and Abbas Ansari had been regularly meeting in a room adjacent to the office of the jail superintendent of the Chitrakoot jail. And these meetings were being omitted from the jail records. A team led by senior police officers and the district administration officers raided the jail premises and found that particular room locked. But the team concluded that regular meetings were being conducted between the couple, and the jail officials were also found involved. This led to suspension of 8 jail staffers, including the jail superintendent and others. This also led to a police case being lodged against Abbas Ansari and Nikhat Bano. Nikhat also continues to be in the Chitrakoot jail now. However, Abbas has subsequently been shifted to the Kasganj jail, where he continues to be lodged. The police has now trained their eyes on the youngest son of Mukhtar and Afshan, however. The youngest son is Umar Ansari, and he has 6 cases lodged against him for different criminal incidents. Umar is also a co-accused, in the case lodged against Abbas in connection with a controversial speech that he delivered on March 3, 2022 in the run-up to the state assembly polls last year. Abbas had very famously declared that all the officials posted in the area might get transferred and they'll be taught a lesson. The speech had attracted an FIR against Abbas, and Umar Ansari was named as a co-accused, along with one of the cousins of the brothers called Mansoor Ansari. Umar Ansari continues to be absconding, but very recently an MP MLA court in Mau has issued a non-bailable warrant against Umar. Mau police say that they have formed several teams to trace Umar and they have launched a manhunt for him. In this way, it is Mukhtar Ansari who might soon find himself behind bars if he is arrested by the Mau police. We'll keep bringing you more updates around the issue and keep tracking the activities of the families of the two gangsters. For more such videos, subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our Twitter and Facebook pages.